Paula Abdul is suing former American Idol and So You Think You Can Dance producer Nigel Lythgoe. Abdul claims he sexually assaulted her multiple times. In the suit, Abdul alleges that Lythgoe sexually assaulted her during one of American Idol's initial seasons. Then she says it happened again years later in 2014 when she was hosting So You Think You Can Dance. Abdul says he was also assaulted one of her assistants. The show's production companies are included in the lawsuit as well. Abdul said she didn't speak out about the claims earlier because she feared retaliation from Lythgoe, claiming that he was aware of his inappropriate actions. Lythgoe shot back, calling the allegations false and deeply offensive to him and everything he stands for.
1981, 10-year-old Paula Abdul enrolled at Cal State Northridge. She also trekked from one dance audition to another, looking for her big break.
It was the first thing that I got to audition, perform at, and I made it. I belonged somewhere.
In the early 80s, the girls in purple and gold were little more than eye candy. But when Paula hit the floor, she kicked Laker cheerleading to new heights.
My first season, I became the choreographer, and the Lake Girls became a big deal. It was unbelievable recognition.
Paula's part-time hobby suddenly became a full-time job. She dropped out of college and quickly transformed her teammates into the hottest ticket in the NBA.
There were about 30 guys that just rushed the floor and started pulling our Laker girl uniforms off, and that was kind of scary.
Singer Paula Abdul is
1981,
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Donna Just Being Real. My channel is all about dating, love, relationships, toxic relationship advice channel. We got another essay. Yeah, we got another one. But now we're going to get into Paula Abdul. Like I said, it seemed like the stuff that's been happening in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, it's coming to a head. 2024 is a very interesting year. Yeah, I have to say it's going to be 2023 was very interesting, and 2024 is going to be very interesting too. Now, I just want to know, can everybody hear me correctly? Yeah. All right, good. My volume was good. All right. So we're going to get into Paula Abdul. I just wanted to play the clip about what's happening and just a little bit about Paula Abdul, just in case anybody doesn't know who she is. Choreographer, a phenomenal dancer. She even helped Janet Jackson to give her signature style in dancing. That's how, and that really took her to a whole nother level. We heard a little bit about with the Lakers and everything. She was a part of Lakers, the cheerleading and dancing. She's great. She's a great actor. I think she even had like fitness workout, dance workout kind of tapes and stuff. So, check it out and everything. All right. So we're going to get into you, Paula Abdul. Let me read this article. Then after that, I'm going to also show you another clip. And what you do is you share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Make sure you hit the like and tell me, what's your favorite Paula Abdul song? Do you have any? What's your favorite song? Let me know. All right, Paula Abdul, let's get into it. Oh boy. Here we go. This article came from Salon, and this came out January 2nd, 2024. Okay, where are we at? All right, Paula Abdul, who starred as a judge on American Idol and So You Think That You Can Dance, has sued the executive producer of both shows, Nigel Lythgoe, you see it in the description, accusing him of sexual assault and harassment. The Washington Post reporter Abdul also sued the production company behind the program for the gender violence and negligence per court documents filed Friday. The lawsuit filed on the Los Angeles County Superior Court outlines two separate incidents. The first took place in the early 2000s, and Abdul was an American Idol, and the second took place in 2015 when Abdul was on So You Think You Can Dance. I've never seen that show. I don't really watch those shows, but let's go. But I do like some Paula Abdul's old songs. All right. According to the complaint, Abdul alleges that after a day of regional auditions for the American Idol, she got into the elevator with this allegedly creep, who shoved her against the wall, grabbed her genitals and breasts, and began shoving his tongue down her throat. Really? Is this is it? You know, I'm getting a little tired of reporting these things, but I will report them because we need to have awareness. That's why I do. My channel is also about awareness and learning. All right, let's get back to it. According to the complaint, Abdul alleges that after a day of regional auditions, American Idol, I'll just read over again. American Idol, she got into the elevator with this alleged creep who shoved her against the wall, grabbed her genitals and breasts, and began shoving his tongue down her throat. Abdul attempted to push this alleged creep away from her and took him and let him know that his behavior was not acceptable, the complaint says. Abdul further alleges that during a business dinner at this alleged creep's home in 2015, the creep forced himself on top of her while she was seated at his couch and attempted to kiss her while proclaiming that the two would make an excellent power couple. Do y'all hear this? Mm-hmm. All right. We make a power couple, right? All right. Per complaint, Abdul pushed the creep off of her, explained that she was not interested in his advances and immediately left the creep's home. Paula Abdul says that she chose not to speak out because both incidents at the time because the fear of professional retaliation. Do you hear this? See, this is what, a lot of women have to go through. Mm-hmm. And this is sad. This shouldn't be happening. Okay, CNN explains Abdul was a judge on American Idol for 8 seasons. And also, now it's coming out that there's other people complaining. Mm-hmm. There's other alleged. This is ridiculous. Okay, we're going to get into this next video. So we're going to hear a little bit more. Just give me a second so I can set up because I kind of...
Singer Paula Abdul is suing former American Idol.
Messed up just a little bit. All right, where are we at? All right. We're going to listen to this clip. Because now it's coming out, there's more. See, when I usually hear, this is just me, how I am. When I hear there's other victims and they start saying the same thing, I usually think there's truth to what's going on. Mm-hmm. Because, people want to say, oh, people just lying. Why is everybody saying the same thing? But we'll see. Y'all be the judge. All right, let's get into this clip, ladies and gentlemen. It's called Paula Abdul Files a Assault Lawsuit Against Alleged Creep. Mm-hmm. All right, let's get it.
The end of 2023 saw Paula Abdul file a lawsuit against producer and purported friend Nigel Lythgoe, shocking American Idol fans. For extremely worrisome and understandable reasons. The veteran singer was allegedly sexually assaulted by the former American Idol, and So You Think You Can Dance producer on many occasions, with the first incident court documents filed on December 29. 2 additional women have come forward to submit comparable charges against Lythgoe since Abdul made the accusations. These women, who are they? What did Abdul claim to have happened? And what response has Lythgoe given? We know the following. On Friday, December 29, 2023, the renowned choreographer filed a lawsuit against Lythgoe, claiming that she was sexually raped by Nigel twice, once during her time as an idol and again in 2014 while both of them were judges on So You Think You Can Dance. Additionally, according to the affidavits, Lythgoe verbally insulated and
Hey, hanging with Mr. J, and how was your Christmas, your New Year's, and all that good stuff? Hopefully it was good, full of blessings. And to everybody else who's here, in the bushes, here, and watching replay, Happy New Year again with blessings. Let's get back to Paula Abdul.
and belittled Abdul during the course of their lengthy collaboration. What specifics are associated with this accusation? Abdul says that she and Lythgoe entered their hotel's elevator before the alleged attack. Lythgoe then pushed her up against the wall, grabbed her breasts and genitalia, and attempted to tongue kiss her, according to Abdul. Abdul claims that after pushing Lythgoe out, she fled to her room. She continues by saying that she informed one of her representatives what had happened right away over the phone, but at the moment she chose to remain silent out of concern for retaliation. About the second alleged attack, Abdul says that she assumed the executive wanted to discuss her role on the show, so she went to Lythgoe's house after agreeing to judge So You Think You Can Dance. She claims that at one point, Lythgoe tried to put himself on top of her and persuade her that they would make a fantastic power couple. Abdul is suing Lythgoe, Fremantle Media North America, and 19 Entertainment for negligence, sexual assault and battery, and sexual harassment. She hasn't released a formal, public remark about the situation as of yet. 2 additional women came forward to accuse Lythgoe of sexual assault and abuse less than a week after Abdul filed her case. The women insisted upon being recognized as Jane Does, and their lawsuit was filed under pseudonym. What they disclosed was that they had both competed in the Lythgoe-produced, all-female reality competition series All American Girl, which ran for 1 season in 2003. According to reports from TMZ, the ladies are suing Lythgoe and his unidentified production firm for sexual assault and battery, sexual harassment, gender violence.
If you didn't vote, make sure you vote. Like I said, when I start hearing other victims, and it seems similar, I kind of think there's truth to it. What do you think? The people that's here and the replay watchers. Let's get back to it. Go ahead, my girl Paula. Nobody has to deal with this crap. You know, I'm a little sick and tired of these men out here that want to take advantage of women on the workplace. Who do you think you are? And it don't be single men. It don't be single stand-up guys. It be the creeps. The ones that's married with children and a family, and they always up in your face. Let's get back to it, ladies and gentlemen.
Intentional infliction of mental distress and negligence. Lythgoe walked around the set and dressing rooms and openly swatted and groped their and other contestants' buttocks, according to the women's allegations. The complaint also alleges that employees, contractors, representatives, and agents witnessed this occur.
Did you just hear that? Says somebody just, complaining at grabbing the butt? A little brief story time. I guess whatever story time. I went out. Went out dancing. Had a good time. And of course, it's always that one dude that wants to touch you. Don't touch me. I mean, he didn't touch my butt, the right parts. But he just touched me. It's just the whole point of, if you want to get my attention, don't touch me. You don't know me to touch me. I'm not touching you. Don't touch me. I can hear. There's nothing wrong with my hearing. If you have something to say, speak. Well, I think that you're very pretty. I want to talk. Well, I understand that. That's nice. And I'm flattered. But that's not how you do it. Because when you do that, gentlemen, I just want to let y'all know. The first thing that comes to our mind is we're going to put you in the creep category. And once a woman puts you in the creep category, you're never coming out. Good luck. Let's get back to it. Let's not be a creep.
But took no action to denounce the action or stop it from happening in the future. It was received with open arms. Nigel Lythgoe's statement, which appeared on page 6, said, "To say that I am shocked and saddened by the allegations made against me by Paula Abdul is a wild understatement." After news of Abdul's complaint surfaced on Saturday, Lythgoe responded angrily, refuting the claims. "Paula and I have worked together as close, platonic friends and colleagues for over 20 years, he went on. However, I want to be clear that these charges are not only untrue but also extremely disrespectful to me and everything I stand for. I learned about them in the press yesterday out of the blue." Then, Lythgoe redirected the blame towards Abdul, asserting wildly what he saw as her behavior. "Although Paula's unpredictable past is widely recognized, I find it difficult to comprehend why she would bring a false lawsuit," he continued. "But I can assure you that I will use every resource at my disposal to combat this disgusting smear." At the height of the program's popularity in the 2000s, Lythgoe produced American Idol. In 2014, he was no longer mentioned as a producer for the talent-based singing competition. He was credited as So You Think You Can Dance's producer and co-creator from 2005 to 2014. In addition to her successful singing career, Abdul served as one of the original American Idol judges from 2002 to 2009. Since then, she has participated in panel discussions on The Masked Dancer, Live to Dance, The X Factor, and So You Think You Can Dance.
I got one more clip after this, then I'm going to let y'all go. Oh boy, hope you voted. Okay, let's just get into the votes. Let's see how many votes I have. I have 8 votes. All right, the question is, are you a Paula Abdul fan? 50% says, not really, Donna. 50% says, okay. And then the other one, of course, it says, of course. That's 50% of course. And 0% says, never heard of her until this live. Well, that's good to know. Nobody picked that one. Somebody said nobody never heard of Paula Abdul. I think she's a household name. but from back in the days, because she's a phenomenal dancer. She's a phenomenal choreographer. I mean, she really, like, if I'm correct, she has a lot to do with, bringing out Janet Jackson's, dancing ability. Not saying Janet can't dance, but she just, tweaked it a little bit. I guess basically I would say kind of like giving her own signature. That was more of it. There's a clip I want to show. Maybe I'll show you 2 clips. I want to show that when she talked about with Janet Jackson. Yeah, that was pretty cool. All right, we're going to get into the next clip. Give me a second here because I have to set it up. I should have it set up already, but I didn't. All right. Okay, we're going to get into this clip. Now, this clip we're going to get into is, what is this clip coming from? From Court TV. So let's see what Court TV has to say. But I want to address the comment that I have. And I see you, Jack, Mod on deck, and BG. All right, let's go back. Hanging with Mr. Jack. What did you say? What's going on? Question mark. First, R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, P. Diddy, and now this. All this stuff is crazy. Exactly. What's going on? You know what it could be? What's done in the dark comes out in the light. See, people think they're going to get away with stuff. And they figure, I got money, I got power. I could just pay people off, shut them up. You're not going to mess with me because I'm powerful and this and that. And don't realize some people is going to turn around and say, oh, enough is enough. You're going to mess with the wrong victim. Or they're going to come out maybe years later. Don't know. Yeah, but you're right. Hey, Mr. J, this is ridiculous. It's just more and more. We'll see who's next. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's watch this clip. We're going to watch and see what Court TV has to say. Then after that, I will let you go. Let's get it.
To the middle of cameras, and it was anything goes.
My girl. Stephen, that was terrible.
Simon was loud and proud, telling everyone how they sucked.
Tamika. Go to an audition where they lie to you. Thank you very much.
I could not believe what was coming out of Simon's mouth.
Phone up your vocal coach and demand a refund.
Oh my God.
Right.
We were like family, and then we became America's favorite dysfunctional family.
The singer and former Idol judge alleges that producer Nigel Lythgoe sexually assaulted her on 2 occasions. Abdul claims in the first incident that Lythgoe pushed her against a wall, grabbed her genitals, and shoved his tongue down her throat. And in the second instance, she claims that he forced himself on top of her while she was sitting on his couch and attempted to kiss her. Now, Lythgoe has denied any wrongdoing, saying that he is shocked and saddened by these allegations, saying, quote, while Paula's history of erratic behavior is well known, I can't pretend to understand exactly why she would file a lawsuit that she must know is untrue. But I can promise that I will fight this appalling smear with every.
You see, this is a typical pattern. If he is, this is all alleged. If he has done this, but I kind of believe he did because we got other people speaking. These people say about, oh, it's like they think everybody's conspiring against them. Everybody's, getting together. They want to bring you down. No, it's not always the case. But I notice when these monsters do stuff like this, they always want to put you out as the crazy person. See, it's my erratic behavior. See what I'm talking about? They're good for that. Yep. Let's get back to it.
Everything I have, end quote. Let's talk some more about these allegations and about the response. I want to bring in trial attorney Michelle Thomas to help us do that. Good morning, my friend. Nice to see you. I have to start just with the allegations. So let's start there and then we'll get to his response. So tell me your thoughts, Michelle. You do a lot of civil work. You know the system very well. What were your thoughts when you heard about this suit being filed?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's really concerning if what Paula Abdul is alleging is true, that he was roping her, touching her private parts in person in an elevator, and then subsequently at his home. But at the same time, the question remains, why now? Why now is Paula Abdul raising these claims? And also, why would she even put herself in the second instance in his home in a private capacity if she had those concerns about him being sort of a sexual predator or anything like that? So I think there's a lot of questions here that arise from these allegations that are just coming out now. But if true, then certainly it's disturbing because no one should have to tolerate or put up with that in a workplace.
You're absolutely right, Michelle. Boy, you said some great things there, unpacking some of what you said there. So in terms of the why, I had the same question. Why now? Why not then? Paula Abdul's a powerful woman, but we know it's not easy for women or for any victim, woman or man, to speak out. It can be really, really tough. And I read that she just filed this in the nick of time, that the statute in California
California was about to expire, the statute of limitations, in order to.
She probably got enough guts and said, let me hurry up and do it before it's over. She's like, I have to do this. I have to do this. She probably have a good support group, maybe a good man by her side, siblings. I don't know. Somebody that said, look, just do it. Anybody ever thought about stuff like that? When everybody said, oh, they rushing to file this before the last minute. You ever thought about it? You never did nothing last minute that you was hesitant about doing? And you knew you had a time period. And he was like, should I do it? And then you just run over and say, I'm going to do it. I'm going to be brave. I'm going to do it because it's my last time. If I don't speak now, I can never speak later. Have you ever been in that predicament? Let me know. Let's get back to it. And I see you, Deb, up in here creeping through. All right, let's go. Let me rephrase that. I see you coming through the back door. What's it creeping through? Because I'm calling this guy a creep. All right, let's get back to it.
Have justice for something that may have happened, many, many years back. That statute allowed this window for victims to go back in time, but she I read, made the filing deadline by like a day. And so you wonder if she was struggling with this. That made me think, I wonder if she's been going back and forth in her mind. And I also.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is no BS. This is my first time watching with y'all because it came up on my feed today. And I said, I like to hear what this lady have to say, the one on the left. I like her comments and everything. Isn't that crazy? And I was just saying that. I'm just serious. Have anybody been through a situation like they just wrestled through something, debating, and time is running out? If you don't do it, that's the last time you can speak. Let's get back to it. Yeah, Deb. I was like, I didn't like saying that word right after your comment. All right, let's get back to it. Let's hear what these ladies have to say.
Also read that she was afraid of retaliation. That doesn't surprise you, does it, Michelle?
It does not, especially the workplace retaliation component, because obviously there's going to be repercussions, though legally there's not supposed to be repercussions if someone files a complaint about a superior who's conducting themselves in an inappropriate manner. But we both know, Julie, that practically speaking, it does happen. She could have lost her job, or she could have been what people refer to as blacklisted in the industry, or there being some other kind of monetary impact to her.
Hello. Okay, that's another thing. There's reasons why a lot of these victims don't speak, or they're scared to be blacklisted. I mean, your hopes and your dreams, you always want to be an actress, a singer, write Broadway plays, whatever it is that you always want, and you finally get there. Now this stuff is happening. And people say, well, why don't you just say something? Do you know this person has all this power? What they can do? They just say one word, make one phone call, and that's it. Wasn't Puffy the one who basically got Wendy Williams fired? I didn't know that. I just found this. I think I found out. I don't know. I could be wrong. Whatever. I stand to be correct. Anybody watch replay, let me know. So you just never know. You ruffle the wrong person on your job, ruffle their feathers for any reason. Or you might be doing a good job at the job and they feel like you're trying to outshine them, which you're not trying to, but they just got that paranoia in their mind. Yep, they're going to make your life a living hell at the job. And I know somebody here has experienced it. Or the people watch replay. I know they have. Yep, you have. And that's why it's important. And I'm going to go back to it. We have to talk to our children and you need to teach them about sexual harassment on the job. Yeah, this is harassment, but we're talking about entertainers, but it's still a workplace, right? It's still a workplace. Nobody has to come to work to deal with this. No woman should have to feel like if she don't do this, whatever, such and such. And the same thing to the men. Watch the movie Disclosure. That's a very good movie with Demi Moore and I think Kirk Douglas. Yeah, Kirk Douglas. I could be wrong. I don't know. But just look it up. Matter of fact, maybe we have a movie day. We can watch that. But we still got to watch the other movie. We're going to get to the movie day. We might have movie day on Sunday. So everybody's here replay. So Sunday, we have movie day. All right. And the movie would be the Tyler Perry Falling from Grace. That would be the movie. All right. Let's get back to it. Let's hear what else they have to say. But anybody, if they disagree with what I'm saying, feel free to let me know. Because I'm open to hear things. Just, be respectful about it. You can email me, whatever. I'm just curious, what do you think about this? But like I said, and I repeat again, teach your children about it. I know I talk to my boys about it. I got boys. I still talk to them. Do y'all talk to your children about sexual harassment in the workplace? And I don't care if they even working at McDonald's. It can happen there. Let's get back to it.
The question still remains, though, between the time that she left the show and now, why now? It did strike me that she filed it just, I think, a few days before the deadline, the expiration of the statute of limitations. So I do think it was a tough decision for her. And it did make me think that she's been wrestling with this and going back and forth in her mind, but ultimately made the decision to preserve her right to pursue these claims against him.
Such great points. And then his statement, Michelle, the first thing out of his mouth in the statement was he criticizes her behavior, and he right away starts the character assassination, saying her erratic behavior in the past. What did you think of that? Was that kind of distasteful?
Just we will, look forward to defending ourselves. Say, we deny the allegations and we will, look forward to defending ourselves. But the smear campaign, I mean, that goes to the crux and heart of why a lot of people, and primarily women, do not speak up, because that they know that.
Great point. Oh my gosh, I didn't even listen to this before. I'm not lying. I didn't listen. I just hear. Great point. The smear campaign. If you say something, didn't I just say when he said that statement, whole erratic behavior in the past? See, he's trying to build a smear. If he did do it, allegedly. So nobody start gunning for me. All right. The reason why I kind of feel more, like I said, because we're hearing there's other victims. That's just me. But you see, they want to paint you out as the crazy person. It's something wrong with you. You the crazy person. So everybody could be like, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Paula Abdul was a little erratic back in such and such. Yeah, she's probably a little crazy. So yeah, she's probably making this up. This is what they do. Let's get back to it. Oh, let me go to the last comment. Oh, wait. Jack says he had her relocated. Red flag. It can happen to anyone, male or female. Absolutely. Male or female. Tell you, I talked to my boys. Watch the movie Disclosure. That was a man being sexually harassed by a woman. That's a very good movie. Very good. I absolutely discussed these issues with my BJ, I know you do. And BJ, I gotta tell you about that situation. I'll email you and let you know. That was funny as it could be. Don't touch me. All right, let's get back to it.
They are the victim in the situation, they are going to be attacked, and people are going to question their character, their prior relationships and decisions, and it really does sort of blame the victim. And so we see that dynamic here, and that's probably one of the reasons that she did wait so long. And what she was weighing is, how is it going to impact my public image, my own character and reputation, versus her need to sort of make her story and voice heard.
Right, Michelle. And Nigel Lythgoe, this is a powerful guy in Hollywood, real powerful. Let's bring in someone else with our conversation as we continue. I want to welcome in actor, writer, and media personality, Head Crack, joining us this morning from Atlanta. Head Crack, good to see you, and Happy New Year.
Same to you.
Yeah, thank you. So let's talk a little bit about Nigel Lythgoe. You know how sometimes allegations can be really stunning, and then sometimes somebody's reputation, once you hear about how they are, you're like, oh, okay, maybe not so stunning. What do we know about him, Head Crack?
I've never heard his name involved in too many scandals, if any at all, before. But, I've been in this business long enough to get far enough down the road to, nothing shocks me anymore. Like, even what you saw with Bill Cosby, who at one point was America's dad, so like if he gets stray away from the flock a little bit, anybody possibly can. And this is a narrative.
Yep. Bill Cosby was the American dad, right? Yep, he sure was. Yeah, let's see how that turned out.
That you see so often in the business, you know what I mean? Women will keep their head down and have to endure so much unnecessary things just to try to get ahead in the workplace, not just in entertainment, but just in the workplace in general. So it's even worse in Hollywood, because people will hold these things over your head and put you in a position where you feel like you don't have a voice.
Head Crack, and he calls it a smear campaign, criticized behavior in the past, calling it erratic. I did not do this. He's attacking her character. How do you for him?
Classic manipulative behavior. discredit the user to create doubt in the hearts and minds of people. Because, anybody who ever watched, American Idol over a long span of time,
Who is this guy? I never heard of him, but he is definitely on point. He's definitely on point with people's personalities, toxic personalities. You cannot, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot sleep on people. Don't automatically assume that a person ain't going to do something just because you won't do it. You might have a good, kind heart, empathetic, and you have morals. You have standards. You don't do these kind of things. But that doesn't mean the other person won't do it. Let's get back to it.
You always wondered what was really in those cans that she was drinking. However, that's something that they're preying upon. Maybe she used to come to work a little tipsy just to deal with the things that she had to deal with at work. We don't know. I wasn't there, have no idea. But at the end of the day, when somebody...
I have to find this guy. Because you just heard what he just said. Let's recap. Oh, gosh. I have to break stuff down. Like I said, this is a teacher channel. We have to learn. Let's just listen to him one more time. And do I see Diva just popping up in here? And blessings to you and a happy new year, Merry Christmas, and all that good stuff. Now, what she said, 2023 to 2024. Everybody can get it. LOL. Hey, Donna and beautiful. Blessings to you, beautiful. Let's get back to it. But I want y'all to listen to that part right there. See, people would always want to talk about, let's go back to the Jonathan Majors. They talk about revenge party. Well, what just happened and she's so hurt. Why she go out there partying afterwards? Everybody handles things differently. Maybe she was upset. I mean, you with your man. You have your head on his shoulders and you hear some woman text and tell me, I wish I was kissing you right now. Yeah, come on. I don't want to hear what y'all. You going to tell me you're not going to go berserk? You're not going to get a little tight about it? Right? So after all that happened, she go chasing him or whatever. And it was the first they said, oh, well, look at her. She just a drunk. She left afterwards and went to the party. Well, maybe she was trying to get her mind together, trying to figure out this man that I love, that I'm with. He told me to come and move out here with me because we're going to get married and have kids. And I put everything in him and thinking he's real. We've been together for 2 years. And then bam, I look over and I see a fucking Cleopatra. Excuse my language. I see a Cleopatra on the phone. Wish I was kissing you. Come on. So, yeah, she probably was upset and went to go had a couple of drinks, just met a bunch of strangers and started dancing and hanging out because she was trying to not think about what was happening at the moment. So let's go back to this clip what this guy is saying. See, people's not really thinking. Just because you won't do it, that don't mean somebody else won't. I'm getting annoyed. All right, let me see what else. What she says. Hi. Oh, you're saying hi to everybody. All right, let's get back to it.
The things that she had to deal with at work. We don't know. I wasn't there, have no idea. But at the end of the day, when somebody says that something happens to them, you at least got to hear them out and then try to dig through the details and see where they're thinking. However, that's something that they're preying upon. Maybe she used to come to work a little tipsy just to deal with the things that she had to deal with at work. We don't know. I wasn't there, have no idea. But at the end of the day, when somebody says that something happens to them, you at least got to hear them out and then try to dig through the details and see where the truth lies and all that.
Definitely. And I wonder how much we're going to see or if we're going to see a fast settlement. Michelle Thomas, your prediction.
Settlement. I think that this is probably going to be settled as quickly as possible so that both parties can move forward without the ongoing smear campaign, particularly if there's any truth to Paula Abdul's allegations.
I'm with you. Head crack, do you agree? Do you think we're going to see a quick settlement?
I don't know, man. You saw what just happened with Diddy. Diddy tried to make that situation go away. The next thing you know, it was like an amusement park line of people saying that Diddy did things to them. So I think when people look at how it works out when you pay people off and how it can bring more people out the woodworks with stories that are maybe true, maybe not true, you don't know. So it's going to be an interesting play because no case is the same.
That's it.
Great point. No case is the same. It's all different. Everything's different. All right. That's just about it. I just wanted to get into this one here, and I will definitely follow up with this one and see there's more. And I'm going to follow up on... Yeah, who else am I going to follow up on? We're going to follow up on you too, Jermaine. I want to know what's up with you. Please. Really, Jermaine? Really? Yeah, we're going to follow up on you. But Paula Abdul going to follow up on you too. Yes, we are. All right, ladies and gentlemen, make sure everybody, y'all have yourselves a blessed one and a great one. And what does my girl Deb says here? Oh. Oh, that happens to all of us. All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming in here. Thank you for engaging. I really appreciate. Thank you for hitting the like. Thank you for voting. Let me see the vote. I think maybe the votes might have went up. Oh, we got 11 votes now, so it went up. All right. Are you a Paula Abdul fan? Ooh. 45% said, not really, Donna. 55% says, of course, Donna. And 0% says, never heard of her till this live. Good. I'm glad nobody clicked that. They would have blinked out like, what's going on here? All right. Bye, y'all. Don't forget, date smart, not thirsty. And also talk to your children about sexual harassment and assault in the workplace. And I don't care if it's even working at McDonald's or if you the house cleaning at the motel, hotel, or whatever. It's there. And men go through it too. And as parents, or if you're a grandparent over here, you're a mentor, you're an aunt, you're an uncle, I don't care, whatever it is that you're around kids, talk to them about it. Adios.